Lillard, long-range three, and it's good! At the buzzer!
Down to three. Pierce checks the clock. 2-1. Pierce for the win. It's over.
12 to shoot for Crawford. They've got Melo on Crawford at 6'8".
Crawford almost threw it away. Does! Knocked away Crawford. Lets it go for three. Oh, with 3.7 to go. Holy mackerel. Jamal Crawford.
Who doesn't like when some memorable play happens in a basketball game? Just look at this.
Here's Telfair. Down to 4. Down to 3. Pierce checks the clock. 2-1. Pierce for the win. It's over.
And Mom, a proven scorer in Pierce. You switch and put Jason Kidd on Pierce, a smaller defender. Richard Jefferson has done it.
Incredible, right? The clutch shot may be for many the key move for this sport, and with so many spectacular clutch shots that have happened throughout the history of the NBA. Today at Kicks Action, we show you clutchest shots of all time. The NBA is known for games that change as of late, seconds. You can never rule out a team, even when necessary. Less than 10 seconds, since there are many opportunities to record the winning streak. I mean, the pressure on the shooter is such that sometimes the general public may not be able to understand what a player is going through in that moment. Not only does it require supreme skill to be able to shoot, with the opposition throughout the shooter and open shooting concept. Almost lost, but also extreme mental strength and presence of mind. Take into account external factors, such as the clock, and in some cases also the three-point line. Here's a look at the 10 best clutch shots in NBA history, with some honorable mentions which deserve to be there. Damian Lillard's triple against the Oklahoma City Thunder went around the world. In one of the hottest series in recent times, the point guard carried his team on his shoulder and hit an agonizing triple from the logo to qualify for the semifinals of the West to Portland Trail Blazers. Eliminate the Thunder and fire Russell Westbrook. Three NBA championships in a row. The Minneapolis Lakers, the NBA's first dynasty, did it from 1952 to 1954. The Boston Celtics, the NBA's greatest dynasty, did it, and then some from 1959 to 1966. But that was 27 years ago, and no team had done it since then, until 1993. The 1991 to 93 Chicago Bulls from Michael Jordan. But in this story, the hero was not Michael Jordan, but a man named John Paxson. In Game 6 of the 1993 Finals, John Paxson hit a three-pointer with 3.9 seconds left to lead the Bulls to a third straight title. After Michael Jordan passed from the backcourt early in the play, and Mark West's defense forced Scottie Pippen to abort a drive to the basket, unlikely hero John Paxson hit a three-pointer with 3.9 seconds left that converted the score at 98-96. Deficit in a 99-98 Bulls victory over the Suns, and a third straight title. In Game 6 of the 1997 Finals, Steve Kerr hit a jumper to give the Bulls their 5th championship. The Chicago Bulls lead the Utah Jazz 3-2, and with the clock ticking down to less than 10 seconds and the game tied at 86, Jordan drove down the left side of the court and found Byron Russell and John Stockton.
Jordan did not have the shot. Kerr did.
After a fake and a pass, Jordan passed to Steve Kerr, who hit a 17-foot shot to give the Chicago Bulls their 5th championship of the Jordan era.
Well, the question was, would they come double Michael Jordan? Stockton game. Steve Kerr, reminiscent of John Paxson in '93.
5 seconds remaining in regulation. The inbound. Have won their
considered one of the most incredible triples in the NBA Finals. The author, Ray Allen, on June 18, 2013,
the Spurs close out and win their 5th championship.
Ray Allen hit a clutch three-pointer in the corner against the San Antonio Spurs to tie the score at 95-95 with 5.2 seconds left in regulation in Game 6 of the 2013 NBA Finals. The shot, one of the best clutch shots in NBA history, capped the Heat's comeback in the game. Following this shot, the Heat forced overtime after making a defensive stop on the final possession of regulation. In overtime, the Heat outscored the Spurs 8-5 and won Game 6, avoiding elimination and forcing a Game 7 in which the Miami Heat won. Throughout Robert Horry's illustrious career, he was a constant threat late in the game and has racked up a wealth of highlights. This could have been the best one ever. Game 4 of the 2002 Conference Finals was arguably the best game of the great but controversial series against the Kings. On the play, O'Neal grabbed the rebound but missed the shot. Unfortunately for Kings, the ball landed in Horry's hands with just over a second to the left. Horry exhausted all three and tied the series 2-2, series which was conquered by the Lakers and called the greatest theft in the history of the NBA. This was probably the most outrageous ending to an NBA game. The Spurs, who were the current NBA champions, he faced the Lakers. The series was tied 2-2 heading into Game 5 in San Antonio. On the play, Tim Duncan had the ball in his hands within 5 seconds. He made possibly the best jump shot in history, even though Shaquille O'Neal was on top of him and gave the Spurs a 1-point lead with 0.4 seconds remaining on the clock. On the play,
They get it to Fisher. He scores!
Derek Fisher, never an all-star, made an incredible jump shot. This will be remembered as one of the best cases of how a basketball game can change in less than half a second. The Toronto Star at that time made one of the most notable shots in NBA history to finish off the 76ers. This is how it happened. With the game tied 90-90 and 4.2 seconds remaining, the ball reached Leonard, who was guarded by 76ers guard Ben Simmons. As Leonard dribbled down the right side of the perimeter, Sixers center Joel Embiid pursued him down the right side. With less than a second left in regulation, Leonard rose in the right corner over Embiid's outstretched arm and launched the shot.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Game! Series! Toronto has won!
The decisive shot was the final basket of a historic night for Leonard, who scored a game-high 41 points and just the second buzzer beater in a winner-take-all postseason game following the iconic Michael Jordan shot to defeat the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round of the 1989 Eastern Conference playoffs.
41 points.
Under the mystique of Madison Square Garden, some of the most epic moments in NBA history have occurred. The Indiana Pacers against the New York Knicks was possibly the most entertaining rivalry of the 90s. In 1995, the Knicks would face the Pacers in the NBA Conference semifinals, a series which saw Reggie Miller's most trash talker side awaken, due to the lack of respect that the Knicks showed towards those from Indiana, and the Pacers quickly swore revenge against the New York team. Exactly, May 7, 1995, and with about 20 seconds left. 6-point advantage for the locals and possession for Indiana, which creates enough space for Reggie Miller to receive and shoot from 3 after a throw-in.
Game that's seen nearly 60 fouls called. Actually, that is short of the record for both teams in the playoff game. Miller for 3, and he got it.
The guard then forces a loss from Starks on the baseline kick, who quickly takes the ball and shoots again from the triple to tie the game at 105. With no timeouts remaining, the Pacers foul after Starks put the ball in play. The surprise would happen seconds later, as the Knicks player, with 73% accuracy from the free kick, would miss both, opening the door for the rebound that would end with Reggie Miller receiving a foul that would give him the possibility of ending the game.
Neither team has a timeout remaining to win this game. Last time, similar situation, Anthony with the offensive board. A make is okay for the Pacers. Starks misses, batted around. Ewing has it, his shot, no good. Reggie Miller, the rebound and a foul with 7.5 seconds. For only the second time in 16 games here at the Garden in time. Maybe this will be the magic number for them here as well. It's like Indiana's win in Game 1 at Orlando last year. Miller hits
In just 10 seconds, the game had changed. The victory had vanished for New York, and Miller had once again won the game.
Anthony stumbles and falls.
8 points in 8.9 seconds of real play to finish with 31 points and win by 107 to 105.
Points in the final 32 seconds. Taunting Spike Lee and 19,000 at Madison Square Garden.
The tie would end up going to 7 games, and this time, Indiana would knock down the Knicks in an unforgettable series, with Miller averaging 22 points and 38% from three-point range.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go, puts it up.
Entering the number 2 position of the ranking, we find the shot. In the decisive Game 5 of the 1989 Eastern Conference first-round series between the Chicago Bulls and the Cleveland Cavaliers, Michael Jordan hit a legendary buzzer beater over Craig Ello, known as the shot, to eliminate the Cavs of the NBA playoffs.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go, puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Michael Jordan hit the basket at the buzzer.
Won the ball game. And the Big Apple waits for you. We're going to New York, baby.
Michael Jordan is widely considered the greatest NBA player of all time. In the 1998 season, he had already won 5 titles in 7 years. Although it was not known at the time, Jordan was ready to play his final season with the Bulls, and he was looking for his 6th title before leaving. The Bulls faced the Utah Jazz in a rematch from the previous year. They had a 3-2 lead going into Game 6 in Utah. Scottie Pippen had a back injury and only 8 stitches in whole set. Chicago was forced to rely almost entirely about Jordan, who was also struggling physically. On the play, Jordan stole Malone's ball and brought it up the court.
Now it puts the pressure on the Jazz to score once again. Jordan with 43. Malone is doubled.
With 10 seconds remaining, Jordan drove to the right and crossed to the left with a slight push to Byron Russell with his hidden hand, and he shot from 6 meters to put his team up 87-86.
Number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Timeout Utah. 5.2 seconds left. Michael Jordan. As he gets Brian Russell with a quick crossover. Look at Brian Russell slips. And Michael pulls up and buries the shot to give him a 1-point lead. That may have been. Who knows what will unfold in the next several months.
Utah, he missed the final shot to give Jordan and the Bulls their 6th title. Jordan scored 45 points in Game 6. His performance in the 1998 final is known as the best in finals history. Without a doubt, this journey to discover which has been the best clutch in the history of the NBA for now is very difficult. But we are not here to argue, but to enjoy the best plays.
Jordan frees himself up. Back out to James, another three. It's good. James
Here we have some mentions of clutch shots that deserve to be in the category.
9/10 left. A 3 wins the series. It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Lillard, good! And the Blazers win the series for the first time in 14 years. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good! Kyrie Irving from downtown! And the Cavaliers by 3.
Irving raises up, contested three is up and good for Kyrie Irving.
Wow.
Scott is in the ball game now. 5 seconds to go. Matches with a hook shot, scores with 2.
Look at it again. Little stutter step confuses McHale. I mean, that's what a great ball handler and dribbler can do to a big man. And look at that outstretched hook shot, just worked beautifully.
That's all for today. Subscribe now and continue watching more episodes of Kicks Action on Station Kicks.